Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. Come on in the room. I hope that y'all are doing well. Good morning to you. Good morning, Danita. Good morning. Good morning, Potrex. I hope I said that right. Good morning, Nurse Mom. Good morning to you. God did. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Good morning to you. Come on in the room. I hope that y'all had an amazing day yesterday. Come on in the room. Good morning. Life is precious. How are you? Good morning to you. Come on in the room. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Good morning, Liz. I'm taking risk all year. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is so bold. I love it. That is awesome. And you are in the right community for that. Good morning, Smith09. Good morning, A Woman's Heart. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Good morning, Ava. How are you? Good morning, Raimundo. Good morning. Welcome to you. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me. Thank you. Honey Bride, good morning. Good morning, Rosa. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good morning to you. For those of you who are new here, you got 2 tasks to complete. You got to hit that follow button. Good morning, Lilia. Good morning, Miss Arena. You got 2 tasks to complete. One, you got to hit that follow button so that you get the notification whenever I go live. The second thing you got to do is visit the link in my bio, join the Commanders community so you can get access to the resources that I send out to my community. Good morning, Teeks. Good morning, Fortitude. Good morning to you. Again, visit the link in my bio, join the Commanders community so that you can get access to additional resources that I send out to my community. All right, we're going to get right into it because the time is moving. So let's do our gratitude check-in. Go ahead and drop 3 things in the comments that you are grateful for. Drop 3 things in the comments that you are grateful for. What are you grateful for? Life, health, strength. What is it? We're not focusing on what we lack, but we're being grateful for what we have, even the small things. Grateful for waking up this morning, no headache, and Jesus. I love it, Rosa. I love it. Awesome. So let's do our gratitude check-in. I am grateful for life, health, and strength. I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for good health. I'm grateful for wisdom. I'm grateful for patience, right? I'm doing so much better now with my patience. Danita said, I'm grateful for God, life, and family. I love it. I do. Good morning, Carla. Good morning to you. So we're doing our gratitude check-in. For those of you who are just hopping in, we do this exercise every morning so that we can stay in a mindset of abundance. I'm grateful for waking up this morning, my husband and my children. Oh, it's going so fast. Grateful for God because he makes it happen. Awesome. I love it. Oh, you're grateful for me? Oh, thank you. Ice cream and God's mercy. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm grateful for waking up my family. That my son is home on leave. Ooh, I love that. I love when my son comes home too. I love it. Grateful for quiet time, life, and growth. I love that. Grateful for discernment, health, and life. I love it. I love all of it. Thank y'all so much for your participation. So the second thing that we've done, we've made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves this year. So we want to stay true to that promise. So I want you to type in the comments, I will make bold moves this year. I'm not waiting on 10 years to come around. No, this year we're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to make bold moves this year. So type that in the comments. I will make bold moves this year. Yes, thank you so much for typing that. Good morning, Stephanie. Thank you so much for typing that. Good morning, Melissa. Yes, we will make bold moves this year. We're not waiting for approval. Good morning, Liza. We're not waiting on someone else to come do it for us. No, we're going to make bold moves this year. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We've made that promise to ourselves and we are doing it. We're doing it. All right. Thank y'all so much for typing that. Now let's pray really quickly before we get into the rest of the agenda. Good morning. Good morning. For those of you who are new here, hit the follow button, visit the link in my bio, and join the Commanders community. Those are the two things that you got to do. All right. So let's pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly before we get into the rest of the agenda. Yes, Danita, I see you. I see you. All right. So here we go. This is the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. It's very important that we continue to pray the scriptures if you don't know what to pray. All right, so let's keep it moving. We're going to move right into our affirmations, so you can pull out your copy of the affirmations. For those of you who is not yet on my mailing list, you want to visit the link in my bio. Thank y'all so much for typing amen. Visit the link in my bio. Join the Commanders community so you can get access to these affirmations that we're about to go over. All right, so I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. Thank you, Edson. Thank you for the Daily Heart Me. Thank you so much. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. And then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. It just tells me that you repeated it to yourself, that you're utilizing your authority, the power that you have in your mouth to shift your internal atmosphere, to shift the person that you are aiming to become, right? To shift into that person. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through it. You're going to repeat it to yourself. And then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. And I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. And today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. Yes, I do. Yes, we do. We're not waiting on external permission, but we're giving ourselves permission to be successful, to take up space, to live our dreams. It's there for you to live it. You can live it. And giving yourself permission to win. We're not waiting on someone else to tell us. We're giving ourselves permission this year so that we can really make bold moves. Because if you're waiting on someone to give you permission, that means you are limited to what that person will allow, right? You're limited to what that organization will allow. So give yourself permission to win. Good morning, billionaire Hope Chantel. Good morning to you. Good morning, T. Good morning. All right, let's keep it moving. We are going to move right into our word of the day. For those of you who are new here, make sure that you hit the follow button so you'll get the notification whenever I go live. And be sure that you join my community by using the link in my bio. There's a link in my bio. If you click that link, it's going to take you over to my digital store. The very first option says Commander's Community. Just drop your best email address there. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me. Drop your best email address there. And that's how you join my community. You'll get an email from me with some resources like the affirmations, the declarations, and every week I send you out a portion of a personal development book that I'm writing, and you get exclusive access to it, but you got to be a part of my community to get that, all right? So let's move into the word of the day because we've made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves. This year, we're working our way through a list of words that reminds us or highlight to us things that we really need to know, things that we need to pay attention to, practices that we need to incorporate in our pursuit of these big, bold goals that we're going after. All right. So today, the word of the day is celebration. I see you, Teeks. I see you. So the word of the day is celebration. Type that in the comments. Celebration. Yes, we're celebrating. Yes, we are celebrating. Yes, celebration is the word of the day. Yes, it is. Celebration. So here's a definition that I went with. To call attention to honor a person or thing that has gained from their important action or positive trait. So to call attention to honor a person or thing that has gained something for their important action or positive trait. So often or too often, we wait until we have arrived at a major goal before we celebrate ourselves, and we want to change that today. We want to change that, right? I have transitioned into the space where I can truly acknowledge the progress that I have made, the progress that I've made along the way. So that's what I want for you as well. I want you to be in a space where you can acknowledge. Yes, it hit a spot for you, Liz. It hit a spot for you, I see. I want you to be in that space where you can acknowledge and celebrate your small wins, right? Celebrate your small wins. Today, we are shifting from simply enduring life to truly celebrating the journey that we're on. Even as we're going after these big, bold goals, we want to celebrate the journey. Not when we get to the destination, then we're all exhausted and like, finally, I'm here. No, we're going to celebrate the journey. I want you to see celebration as an act of gratitude, recognition, and joy. And it's about pausing to acknowledge what we've accomplished thus far, how far we've come, the blessings in our lives, whether big or small. We got to celebrate them. We have to. We're not waiting until we get to the end of the year to celebrate. No, as you make small steps, as you progress, we want to celebrate that. And you may be saying, oh, but this is common knowledge. Maybe to some, common knowledge, but I must confess that in the past, I struggled to celebrate myself. I struggled to celebrate my accomplishment. Even when I graduated nursing school, after I got out, passed all my exam and all that, I didn't go to graduation. I did not go to graduation. I wasn't in the mood to celebrate myself. Even though it was such a major accomplishment, I did not go to graduation. I didn't. I got on a plane and I went back home to Jamaica. That's what I did, right? So it may seem like common to some people to celebrate, but for others, there are those of us that struggle to celebrate our accomplishment. And whenever I got an award or certification, I would just pack it away, pack it in a box, no celebration, right? But I came to the realization, and as we talked about reflection yesterday, this is why reflection is so important on your journey. I came to the realization that it was connected to past mistakes that I was still holding myself to, right? There were past mistakes that I was still holding myself to, and things that other people said to me, especially when I dropped out of school. So it's like, even though I'm accomplishing all these things, like it still didn't make up for all the mistakes that I made. Yes, that's me. I struggle to celebrate. I find it so hard to do so. Yeah, you're not the only one. Okay, I did that too, but you are worthy of celebrating yourself. Yes. So I had to come to the realization that, you know what you're doing is you're still holding yourself, holding this mistake against yourself. Like, it doesn't matter how much I accomplish, all the things that I did, I would just pack that stuff away, no celebration, because I was still holding myself to that mistake of the past. Same, it holds me back. Yeah, but you got to look back and see, like, why? Again, that question of why, as we talked about yesterday, why? What is it about my past? What is it about something that happened to me that is causing me not to celebrate the things that I'm doing right now or accomplishing right now? I didn't realize the weight it had on me. Yeah, it's weighty. It is. So I made the connection that, oh, you're still holding yourself to that mistake that you made some years ago. And it took me some time to work through that. It took time, right? It took time for me to get to the place where I can actually celebrate my win, celebrate my accomplishment. I got to tell y'all this. I'm going to be 40 next year, and I've never had a birthday party. I've never felt the need to celebrate a birthday. Like, I've never had a birthday party. I'm thinking that I'm going to do a birthday party next year because I deserve it, right? When I hit 40, I've never had a birthday party. Never. I mean, I go out, but it's never like a big celebration. I noticed that if I don't celebrate my accomplishment, I end up having no energy to move forward. Yes, because that was the thing for me, right? That was the thing that happened to me as well. You're so relatable. We're blessed to have you. I can relate to this. You're welcome. Please have a birthday party. I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to do one. But for many years, I really struggled to celebrate. It's like I got stuck in that phase of dropping out of school and doing things that were disappointing. But all of that made up my story. So I had to get to that healed place where all those things that you did, even though they were bad, even though there were mistakes, mess ups, whatever title you want to put on them, those are the things that created your story. Those are the things that made you the resilient person that you are today. So I had to work through all of that. So I could get to the place where I could celebrate my accomplishment and actually hang my certificates on the wall to remind myself that you work for these. Like, you worked really hard for these. And as I've told you before, like when I was going for my degree in human resources, I was working full time as a nurse. I was taking care of 4 kids. I was married at the time, so I had to take care of the household, right? And I still got my degree even through all of that. And it took me so long to get a frame to put this thing in, that degree up there, which was a major thing for me, a major accomplishment. It took me so long. Like, it stayed in the folder that they mailed it in, and I didn't go to the graduation again. I didn't go to the graduation for this degree that I got up here. I didn't, because I was still struggling to celebrate myself, right? They sent me all the information for graduation, all of that, and I did not go to the graduation. That degree stayed in the folder, for years. It did. Stayed in the folder. I slid it under my jeans. You know how you have the jeans on the top of the closet? I slid this degree, and it stayed there for years. It took me a very long time to get to the place where I was like, okay, it's time to take these things out. Like, I got to take them out. I deserve to be celebrated. I deserve to be celebrated because I worked hard for it, right? I worked hard for it. So if you're in that place, you got some things that you got to work through, right? You made me realize something about me in the past sometimes now, if celebrating myself. Yeah. So a lot of people, and sometimes we don't realize it. It doesn't click until somebody says something, right? I didn't go to my honor event. Yeah. So it's hard for us to celebrate ourselves because we're still holding something against us that we did in the past. But we got to celebrate ourselves and celebrate the little steps that we make towards the big goals that we have, right? It is important that we celebrate not just the finish line, but every step of the race. We're celebrating. We're celebrating. So for those of you who took the step and signed up for my mentorship, you know that the very first response that I send you is, I celebrate you, right? I send something that says celebration, because you made a major step towards making your goal become a reality. So I don't just wait until we accomplish the goal or we get the thing done. I'm celebrating you for taking a step. Taking that step towards making your goal a reality. In college, gotta sit with my feelings. Yeah, and search through, like, why don't I celebrate myself? You gotta work through that. That's something that we all have to work through, because we gotta celebrate ourselves, right? So we shouldn't just celebrate when we've made it, but while we're making progress, we gotta do that. Definitely working with you. Healer needs healers too. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yes, we got to heal from these things, because I've done so much. I've accomplished so much and don't really celebrate it. Don't really celebrate it. And for those of you who are in that place, you got to look back and say, okay, where did I get stuck? Where did I tell myself that, okay, that's it for me, I don't need to be celebrated. I shouldn't celebrate because I did this, because I volunteered to do this. I put my hand in the air and it was a bad mistake. It messed up my life. You got to heal from that. You've got to work through that, heal from it, and see where you are now and celebrate everything about where you are right now. Thank you so much for watching from Brazil. So here's the thing. Celebration fuels momentum. When you acknowledge your progress, you celebrate the motivation to keep going. You create the motivation to keep going when you celebrate your progress. All right. So you may be thinking that celebration is optional. In this season, it is not, because there's just so much going on right now. If you can get something done and make some progress in your life, get it done. Celebrate yourself. All right. Celebration is a key ingredient to lasting success. Does it mean? Well, yes, Edson, that is true. Celebration doesn't mean a big party. It could be done simply with a cup of coffee. Yes, indeed. Celebrate that you've met your goal this week. Get yourself a cup of coffee and you sit down. That could be celebration. He's very right. It doesn't mean that you throw a big party and that you go out and spend all your money. Celebration could look like you just sitting down and celebrating what you've accomplished this past week. Get you a cup of coffee, a good book, and you're sitting down and just enjoying the moment. That is celebration as well. So he's very right. It doesn't have to be a big party, right? It doesn't have to be 100 people in the room. You by yourself can celebrate your accomplishment. Yes, you can. You can indeed. So that was a great point. So keep in mind that celebration is a key ingredient to lasting success. So celebration increases motivation. When you take time to acknowledge your progress, it reinforces positive behavior. It does. A celebrant from Italy. Oh, thank you so much, Rita, for joining us. Thank you. All right. As adults, we need reinforcement as well. We do. One of the things that I used to do, I don't really do it anymore because I got too many shoes that I don't wear. So one of the things that I used to do when I was in school, and I believe, when I was in school, one of the things that I would do, like I would set a marker and say, okay, when I finish this class or these 2 classes, I can get myself a pair of shoes. That's what I would do. Sometimes I would do that. Just buy myself a pair of shoes if I accomplished the thing that I needed to accomplish within the space of time that I set it to. I would buy a pair of shoes. Right now, I don't do that anymore because I got more shoes than I can wear, right? So I don't do that anymore. So it doesn't have to be something really big to celebrate yourself. You don't have to do massive events. No. Celebrate small progress, getting yourself something to reinforce you to keep going, to push forward. I used to do the same thing. Yeah, that was my thing. But I don't do it anymore. I got so many shoes like still in the package that they sent it in that I haven't worn yet. So I don't do that anymore. Watching from Argentina, and I celebrate my accomplishment with 1 day at the spa. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is great. That's a great idea. All right. So if you don't celebrate your progress, you'll feel like your effort doesn't matter. And this is a real thing. In my case, my hidden certificates, me hiding them, like keeping them locked up somewhere, I would get to the place where I forget how much I have done, how much I've accomplished. I would totally forget it and would still be living in the space of the mistake that I made, the mess up, the dropping out of school, right? Because they weren't visible where I could see them that, hey, you have made progress. I would get stuck in that place of disappointment of the mess up because I had all my certificates hidden, locked away in a box somewhere. I would forget about all that I have accomplished and the progress that I have made in my life. I would forget about it and I would just be disappointed with myself. So it's important that you celebrate your small wins and make the evidence of these wins visible. Make it visible because life can happen and life can hit us so hard that we tend to forget that, hey, you made it through something major. You accomplished something major. So you want to keep the evidence of that progress, of that goal that was accomplished visible, right? This is why I hang these here to remind myself, hey, you have come a long way, a very long way, right? A very long, and I'll share this with y'all. The other day, y'all know I always have a story and I go off my notes, but let's go because we're already here. I was driving the other day and I was thinking, I was thinking about going to get frames for my other certificates that I have to hang on the wall. Like I have a lot more certificates that I have to hang on the wall, right? And I had a flashback. Very nice. Proud of you. Oh, thank you so much, Liza. And I had a flashback. So when I dropped out of school in the seventh grade. They had this transitional program that you could go to after you have the baby, because I was pregnant. When I dropped out of school, I was pregnant. So after you had the baby, there was this transitional program that you could go to, and they would place you in another school after you have the baby, right? So I did that transitional program, aced it. It's not like I wasn't smart. I've always been a smart young lady, right? So I went to that transitional program, and the school that they sent me to was one of the top schools in my school district. Let's say that in my school district in Jamaica, that was one of the top schools. So it's like, okay, let's do this. So they got me placed there. I got in, and one day somebody, and this is why I still struggle to trust a lot of people, right? So there was this one person in my class that I got really close with, and nobody knew I had a baby. And I told him that I had a son, and he told the entire class that I had a son. This was 8th grade, right? So I dropped out in 7th grade, got placement, went to the transitional school, got placement in the 8th grade. So I thought he was my best friend, right? So I told him, and I don't remember what happened, but he got mad at me, and he told the entire class that I had a baby. And this one day I was in assembly, and this girl was like, I don't remember what I said something to her, and she said, "Don't talk to me. You're so disgusting. I can't believe that you're in the school. Why are you at this school?" Because it was one of the top level school in my district. So in her head, if you had a baby and if you dropped out of school, you don't deserve to be in this top level school. She was never thinking that, hey, I had to work to get here. Like, I had to do exams. I had to sacrifice time to get to this top level school. They didn't just walk me in here. It was a competition between an entire class, and I was one of them because my work was so good. I was one of them that got placed in this top level school. She was like, "You're so disgusting. I can't believe you have a baby." That's what she said to me. And I'm like, what? This boy told the entire class that I had a baby. And the next day, I didn't want to go to school. I told my mom that I'm not going back to school. I told my mom that. And she was like, "Why?" And I told her what happened. I'm going to read all your comments in a second. And she took me to the school, talked to the counselors and all that. And the counselor had like a little session with the classroom and explained to them that every year there's at least one person that's going to be in a class that comes from this transitional program, right? So she came back to me, that same girl came back to me, and she was like, I guess you're trying to fix your mistake. I guess you're trying to, like, she was trying to apologize, but that wasn't an apology. And she had already done the damage. Like, I was done with school. Like, I was absolutely done. And months later, I dropped out again. So it's like, I was set in my head. What she said to me did some damage. And within a few months, I dropped out of school again. I was like, okay, I'm done with high school now. That's it. So that's how I ended up having to get a GED, because I was like, I'm done with school. So, and there's a lesson there that seeds get planted through words. So you got to be very careful of the words that you use. And I try to be as careful as possible with my kids, because there's some seeds that when you plant it, it's hard to root that thing out. Very hard to root it out after you've said it. Because what she said to me in that assembly, I was like, okay, I'm done with school. I'm never going back. And within a few months, I dropped out again. But here I am today, recovered. So I say that to say, keep the evidence of your accomplishment. Yes, look at you now. Yes. Let me see. Thank you for being open and sharing your story. You're welcome. I love to share my story so that y'all can understand my journey. I learned very important topic today. Thanks. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You have overcome so much. Your story is inspiring. Thank you. I like to share my story so y'all can understand that anything that you're going through right now, you can make it. You can get out of it. You can recover. Your life can become better. Your life can transform in a way that nobody could tell that you've been through all of that. Like, you look at my life right now, you could never tell that I dropped out of school twice, that there were days when I didn't know where to lay my head. There were days when I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. There were days when I couldn't pay my rent, right? If you look at my life right now, you would never know. So I have to share my story because I don't want people thinking, oh, her come up was just so easy, right? She had it good. No, it's not. And to encourage you that it doesn't matter where you are right now, you can come out of it. You can recover. You can transform your life based on the decisions that you make, because it's going to be determined by the decisions that you make, the sacrifices that you're willing to make, right? You can recover. You can come out of any hard situation that you may be facing right now. And I'm here as a witness, a testimony to you that you can do it. All right. Awesome. There's so many comments. Okay. All right. You are very welcome. You are welcome. Thank you, Melissa, for stopping by. Thank you so much. Have a great day as well. All right. So remember, it doesn't matter where you are right now, what you're going through, you can overcome it. Yes, you can. Just a moment. Thank you for sharing. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So you want to keep the evidence of your accomplishment visible, right? Keep it visible. So like these certificates, if you have certificates that are hidden, diplomas that are hidden, take them out, hang them on the wall so you can walk by them and remind yourself that you did that. You did that. You made the sacrifice. You put the time in and you did that. All right. So we're celebrating ourselves. I'm way over my time. So understand that celebration shifts your mindset to gratitude. It does. It shifts your mindset to gratitude. When you celebrate, you focus on what's right instead of what's wrong. Instead of thinking about how far you still have to go, you want to acknowledge how far you've come. Celebrate that, because there are people who may have gone through what you are going through right now that didn't make it out, and then there are others who made it out. So celebrate where you are right now, how far you've come. Instead of being frustrated by setbacks, you recognize the lessons and growth along the way, because there's always a lesson. Even in the difficult situation, there is always a lesson. So recognize the lesson, pull that out, and grow from it. Which again, we talked about reflection yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday to get my teaching on reflection, head over to my Facebook page or Instagram or YouTube to catch that teaching on reflection. Reflection is a very powerful tool for growth. All right. So gratitude multiplies your blessings. What you celebrate, you attract more of. Hold on to that. What you celebrate, you attract more of. Okay. So be very careful. If you find yourself ruminating about the mistake, the disappointment, you got to stop that. Cut that out. Cut that out. Celebrate the little things that you're getting done and the little progresses that you're making. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Edson. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So the more you celebrate your wins, the more confident you become in your ability to succeed. Today, I'm going to celebrate that I understand a little bit more English. Yes, Kiki, I love that. Celebrate it. You understand a little bit more English. I love it. I love that, y'all. Even though this platform is not as a English teacher, I love that y'all are showing up and you're learning English. And I celebrate that. I celebrate that. Good morning, Tapfa. Good morning. I love that for you. I absolutely do. I know my accent jump out sometimes, but I love that y'all are learning English. All right. Good morning, Eugene. Good morning. All right. So we got to recognize our victories and use them to strengthen our belief. All right. Let me skip through some of these because the time is past. The time has gone. So let me just hit the bullet points. Again, if you are a part of my community, you're going to get access to these notes on the weekend. So make sure that you use the link in my bio to join the Commanders community so you can get access to these notes over the weekend. All right. All right, so let me just hit the bullet points. So how to cultivate a lifestyle of celebration. One, you're going to celebrate your small wins, right? Small wins could be like, did you wake up and pray today? That's a small win. Celebrate that. Did you step towards your goal? Take one step towards your goal. Celebrate that. Did you show kindness? Did you stay disciplined? Did you overcome a challenge today? Celebrate that. Next thing you can do is create a personal celebration practice. I told you all that before. I would buy myself a pair of shoes whenever I did something or met a goal that I was trying to accomplish. I would buy myself a pair of shoes. Now, I don't do that anymore because, again, I have too much, like so much still in packages, still haven't worn them. So I don't do that anymore. But as Edson suggested, get you a cup of coffee if you're a coffee drinker, or if you're a tea, or maybe buy one of those special mixes at the at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, whichever one of them. Get one of those special drink, and that could be your celebration. Okay, so get you a personal celebration practice that you do for yourself, for you, for what you've accomplished, and then celebrate others generously as well. That is a part of the journey. Encourage other people in your circle. Celebrate even when it's not your season. This is a powerful strategy. Powerful strategy. Celebrate even when it's not your season. Right? The thing that you may be praying for something, and yes, take yourself to dinner. That's a good one, Liz. Even if there's something that you're praying for that it hasn't happened for you yet, but you've seen that it happened for somebody in your circle, celebrate them. That is a powerful strategy, right? To open up the door for what it is that you're praying for. And it's biblical. It's biblical, right? Let me tell you, Abraham was praying for a child. He wanted a son, right? He wanted his promise. God told him that he was going to have a child, and here he is, years later, still no baby. And guess what broke open Sarah's womb? Abraham prayed for Abimelech that everyone in his household would have a child, and that happened. Their wombs open up. That's how the scripture says it. Their wombs open up. All the women in Abimelech's household, their womb opened up after Abraham prayed for them. And then he got his promise, right? Then he got his promise. I love it this morning. Thank you for showing up, right? So it's a powerful strategy. Celebrate even when it's not your season. Still celebrate, okay? This is something I struggle with so much. We're going to work through it. We're going to work through it. We have to celebrate our friends and family, and God bless us. Yes. Yes. So even when it's not your season, still celebrate. Clap for people. Clap for them. Okay. Be kind. Be the kind of person who spreads joy. Even when you're not at your destination yet, still spread joy. Thank you so much for following. I've seen that notification for Instagram. Thank you for following me on Instagram. All right. Awesome. Let me skip through this. So think about, what is something you can celebrate today? What small win can you acknowledge right now that, hey, you know what? I did that. And that was a very proud moment. Even though I didn't celebrate it, I want to acknowledge it today that I really did that thing. I really did it. I accomplished that. I set the goal and I hit the goal. No, I don't speak Portuguese. I'm sorry. I don't. All right. Who can you encourage and celebrate this week? Think about those things. All right. Way over my time. Decide that you won't wait for a perfect moment to celebrate. You'll celebrate progress, celebrate lessons, and celebrate life itself every single day. Because when you live a life of celebration, you don't just wait for joy or wait to find joy or wait for joy to find you, but you create it. You create joy. All right? I hope this has helped somebody. But the word of the day is celebration. The word of the day is celebration. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small things that you accomplish. And even the big things that you have hidden, celebrate them. Make the evidence of your accomplishment visible. Make the evidence of your accomplishment visible. Put it on the wall. Even if you don't have a frame, get you some thumbtacks. Put it on the wall. Make it visible. You did that. And because you did that, you can do the next thing. Okay? You can accomplish the next thing. Decide to visit Peru. Okay. I will remember, Edson. Definitely. If I'm coming to Peru, I will reach out to you and let you know so you can be my tour guide. Yes. Celebrate big and small, Trey. Yes, indeed. Just happened. I just learned about the difference between accomplishment and achievement. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. You're welcome, Duck. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so let's set our intentions really quickly. Then we're going to make some decrees and we're going to disconnect for today. So think about that goal that you're working on for this month. What are 3 things that you can do to get you 3 steps closer to that goal becoming a reality? Do you need to make a phone call? Do you need to send an email? Is there someone that you need to connect with? Get that done. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Get it done. All right, get them done. If you know that you need help, if you need a mentor or a coach in this season, I'm absolutely happy to serve you in that capacity. The link is in my bio for my mentorship program if you want to be a part of it. Also, the link has my calendar for you to book some time with me if you want to work in a one-on-one capacity. All right. So the 2 options for you to work with me, one is my mentorship, the second as a one-on-one coach. So if you desire to work with me, utilize the link in my bio or send me a DM. Let me know. Let me know that you would like to work with me, whether you want to be a part of my program or you want to book a one-on-one session with me. You can do that. All right. Yes, get it done. Don't procrastinate. That's right. Don't procrastinate. Get it done. Get it done. We got to transition from procrastinating to becoming a productive individual. All right. A master executor. That's what I like to call it. A master executor. You think of a goal, you create the plan, you cultivate the mindset that, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to commit to it. And then you execute. Execute every day. You get up, you execute, and you will see some major changes in your life. If you can get to that place, I'm telling you, you'll see some major changes. All right, let's make some decrees. I'm almost at that 1 hour mark. TikTok is going to tell me to do a puzzle real soon because I'm at that 1 hour mark. Somebody asked me yesterday if I live stream multiple times per day. It hit me after I got off the stream what the person was asking. So I live stream here 6:30 a.m. on this platform, and the same broadcast is restreamed on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at 8 a.m. So I think that was a clarification that they were looking for, but I didn't connect the dots. After I got off the stream, that's when it hit me, like that's what they were asking about. So at 8 a.m., this same broadcast, if you miss anything that I said, you can watch it again at 8 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm The Productivity Coach on YouTube. I'm Anika V. Brown. Everywhere else you can find me. So at 8 a.m., there will be a restream if you miss anything that I said, because I know I went really fast. So you might have missed something. So you can catch it at 8 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All right? Awesome. I just wanted to let y'all know that because somebody asked yesterday and I didn't connect the dots right there. All right, so here we go. Let's make some decrees really quickly. The decrees are in your email for those of you who are part of my community. If you're not yet a part of my community, see the link in my bio. See the link in my bio and join the Commanders community so you can get access to these declarations. All right, so here we go. I'm going to decree for all of us. You're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us, keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we are blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value, they're coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life, and that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So get those 3 things done today. Again, if you want to work with me, just send me a DM and let's talk about it in the DMs, all right? So take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things, expect answered prayers, expect promotion and increase. And remember that the word of the day is celebration. Find one thing today to celebrate, one thing, and celebrate it. Celebrate the progress that you have made. Thank you, Liza, you as well. Celebrate the progress that you have made, even if it's a small progress. Celebrate it. All right? Thank y'all so much for your time and your participation. I'm happy that the information helped you. All right? Thank you, Chantel. I am praying for you that healing will take over. You're going to be fine. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you. I wanted to achieve my C1 proficiency. You will, happy Chris, you will. Stay focused, keep working, and you will get there. All right, so have an amazing day. I'll be back tomorrow with another word of the day. So I'll see you all in the morning. Bye for now.